So we're just going to jump right into it because I am extremely excited about this. And this is another knife design I'm doing, OEM'd by Best Tech. And I cannot believe how good this is. They killed it. And I'm not just saying it because it's my design or anything like that. I'm saying this thing is fabulous. It has a harpooned dual ground tanto with a slight recurve. We're still debating the steel, but right now I believe it's magnet cut steel is what we're gonna go with. The front flipper on this is one of the best. I know I've said this a lot because, you know, sometimes you try a front flipper, you're like, man, this is so good. I know I've said this a lot, but this is one of, if not the best front flipper I've ever tried. I mean, I was planning on it to be extremely good, and I cannot believe how well this thing came out. I mean, I don't see how anybody, even somebody who's not good at front flippers, couldn't use this. I mean, it's just so effortless, and it has a perfect detent. And it's due to, one, the shape of the front flipper, but then two, this jimping is the exact type of jimping you want on a front flipper. It's sharp, it almost feels like sandpaper, like it just grips you right back. You just put your thumb up there and just drag, and it's popping every time. Like, without a doubt, the reach over, super easy. And because the titanium's thick right here, you can kind of grip around it without worrying about touching the lock bar. Anyways, I'll get back into the action in a second. The handle obviously is titanium. I designed this clip myself, so it's a deep carry milled pocket clip and TA hardware all the way around. You can see lock bar cutouts on the inside, exactly how it should be. Look at that lock bar access. Now, the texturing is on the face of the lock bar. This is one thing, I meant for it to go inside there. I really like the way it is though. Like, it feels super good to disengage. I almost want to leave it, but I'm just worried that people, when they squeeze right here, that it might be irritating because it is sharp jimping. With me, I can't feel it because I have scar tissue there, and, you know, I can't feel my finger there, so I don't feel it. But, you know, I'm guessing when somebody else squeezes it, they might not like that. Now, as far as lefties, this, I know it's only a righty clip, but because of this cutout right here, it is so good for lefties. Like, I can put my finger right on the lock bar, no problem. And, you know, to do all the little tricks with the front flipper, no problem at all. And I'm not even good left-handed. So that's, I think a lefty would appreciate how good this is left-handed. Now, the detent, look how early this is. Look at how early that is. That's where it hits the detent. So it is always past that detent. It is so smooth. It's not false shut action. This is only a prototype, but my goodness, because of how light this blade is, you know, it's not as slim as the other ones, but it has a deep hollow grind. So this is very thin behind the edge. Nice thin flat grind up here. You can see nice piercing tip. Because of this subtle recurve, this tip is going to be really good for, you know, draw cuts or utility cuts. Now, this slight recurve is going to benefit you with cutting. However, it's not going to be hard to sharpen, even though none of them are hard to sharpen. What I mean is that you should have no problem using a 1-inch stone, meaning whatever fixed angle sharpening system you have, you should have no problem sharpening this because it's very subtle. So you should have no problems at all sharpening this regardless. Man, I think it just looks beautiful. The logo is going to go on the pivot. The sharpening tool and plunge grind is, I'm definitely going to change that. I don't like the way it is. Obviously, you know, this is not the type of plunge grind I want, so I want to move that back, which I will have done. So that will be completely changed. The back spacer has, if you're going to have textured on your back spacer or you're just pure, look at that. It is just like the jimping up here, which if you look, this is sharp jimping that goes all the way up to the harpoon. So, oh my goodness, it's so grippy right there. So grippy. And then back here, also very grippy. Man, I can't express how well they knock this thing out of the park. I am so excited about this one. The ergonomics in my hand are just like hand melting, pure joy to squeeze this thing. I would have no problem just pushing through dense materials. You could turn it around and cut straps. Now it does have this little bit of a curve, but you can easily do it comfortably. Gas station knife fighting grip's gonna be good. Basically every grip's gonna be good. Back to the action, this whole deployment. The detent is as good as it could be for these two deployments. I mean, it is literally rock solid. I love this detent for the two deployments because it makes it to where the reverse flick has plenty of resistance for the flick, and I mean like the exact amount you want, but then so does the front flipper, which, you know, doesn't always happen. Usually you sacrifice one for the other. Not in this one's case, and I know it's due to the geometry and the texturing of this front flipper. When you have a front flipper with that type of jimping, like I said, it's like sandpaper, it just grips you back. And you can also still slow roll it if you like that, you know, if you like to slow roll it around. This is very thin up here, so you're not gonna want a baton with this, not that you want a baton with a frame lock anyways, but, you know, again, knife guy knife. Knife guy knife. This is not a hard use pry bar. This is a slicer. This is an EDC tool. This is going to be heavy cutting performance, great geometry, amazing action. The sound is really nice. So far, the name, I'm thinking about going with the Offender. And then if I do a second version, it'll be the Repeat Offender. You guys like that? You know, that's subject to change, but we'll see. Man, I am super excited about this one. I cannot express how excited I am. I know I'm trying to, but the clip, super smooth because it's thin right here. You know, there's plenty of give. The ramp is perfect, exactly how I was hoping it would turn out. It did. Like I said, the logo on the pivot is one thing that's going to change. Sharp Control plunge guide is going to change, and I'm probably going to move this texturing to the inside right there where it's not on this bar right there or not on the face of it. Damn it, I'm so excited about this one. This one is, like I said, OEM'd by Bestech, and the magnet cut steel, I'm pretty sure we can get it 63 to 64 HRC. That's what I'm shooting for. So we'll see. You know, I do have a couple other options of steel choices we could go with, like S90V or Van Axe or something like that. But I really like magnet cut a lot. And as long as I can get it 63 to 64 HRC, I will be extremely happy to use that steel. Now, as far as pricing goes and everything, that's right now, we got to still work things out. But I'm guessing $325. That's just what I'm guessing. I can't be positive yet. Depending on the steel will depend on, you know, how much more we have to pay and stuff like that. So, but we'll see. Either way, this thing is definitely coming very soon. So there you guys go. If you like this type of content, I'll put some cards up on the screen for you to click on. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.